Hey, welcome back. Today is strangely, it's a sad day. I am going to switch out my Apogee Duet for a UAD Twin Apollo. And, you know, I thought this day would never come because I've been such a big Apogee fan. I had the Quartet years ago, but that was too much of a beast. I really didn't need all the inputs and outputs that it had on there, so I had gotten rid of that. I switched to the Duet, and I've just really always been a big fan of Apogee products, and I still am. My one downfall, and I'm going to tell you why I'm switching, is I want to start doing live streaming. And the Apogee software just seems archaic. I can't do any virtual channels, so I'm struggling. I'm actually struggling. I've been trying to use Rogue Amoeba, which is a program that lets you do some internal sort of cabling between software, but I'm still having issues with the Duet. I don't know what it is. I keep banging my head against the wall, and I'm tired of it. So I read that the Twin Apollo has some really good like virtual cable capability. So when you're running inside different programs, you're live streaming, you're using, machine, and you're recording, you're doing screen capture with ScreenFlow, that the Twin Apollo actually has some awesome features in order to record both your mic through the Apollo as well as your sound for the different programs that you're using. So I'm not sure if that's true. I need to actually put it in action and see how it's going to work for me. But I am saying goodbye to my Duet. I'm going to unplug it and I'm going to plug in the Apollo, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get better sound. I've watched a lot of videos, read a lot of reviews. I think it may be a little bit better, but I would say that, I don't know how discernible that really is. I hear that the Duet, for those looking at it, has a more colored sound, a certain warmth to it. It's a little bit colored. Now that is a preference, right? That's clearly a preference for your ears as to whether you like that warmer colored sound of the Duet versus the cleaner sound of the Apollo. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll think. But yeah. So let's hook it up and see what we got. Just realized this is sort of a pain in the butt, switching out your sound card. And I do have this Focusrite as a backup. I'm getting rid of that too. Getting rid of both of these, but I think it's going to be a pain to unplug them. All right, so I just opened the Apollo Twin. What's really nice about it is there's no breakout cable, so you got everything right on the unit itself versus having to deal with the breakout cable. Packaging was really nice. Comes very nicely put into this fine box. So it wasn't that exciting opening it, but yeah, I'm pretty psyched to see how it works. I like where all the inputs and the outputs are. So let me get this hooked up and, I don't know, try to get it to work. Got it hooked up. I think that it sounds really good. It was easy to hook up. I updated the firmware on the system. It directed you through everything. I had picked a bundle when I purchased it, so I picked out my 2 additional plugins that I wanted. I also got some free plugins because apparently there's some special going on. Had no idea about that. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I'm probably gonna do some more videos about the plugins. I had gotten the API channel strip, one of the tape recorders, I forget what it is, Ampex, and the bonuses were like the Fender 55 amp, guitar amp, so that'll be fun to play around with. And then I always say it wrong, Neve, one of their, it's not the console, but it's like a channel strip and EQ, or I'm not actually sure what it is, and some other goodies. But yeah, so that'll be cool. But it sounds good. I think it sounds good. Of course, only time will tell once I start recording with it. And like I said, I really want to dig into the software and figure out how I can route my channels for live streaming and screen recording. So I'll let you know about that, because I've been frustrated that I haven't been able to find a video that sort of leads me through the step-by-step for my particular setup on a Mac, you know, trying to screen record and use a DAW. So there's lots of ways to do it, but for some reason my duet was just, like I said, had me banging my head against the wall because it just wasn't working the way you would expect it to. So hopefully this is a lot easier. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next video.